Good morning, everybody. Good morning. The FFA license. I'm going to explain this. When I was in the New York State Fire Academy, upstate, I'll give you the name of it, and I was in Bethpage Fire Academy in Long Island here. I'm going to explain this. I have a hazardous material technician license. Took it out of my house. You took my FFA license out of my house. You took my private investigation license out of my house. You took my CPA license, all my credentials. You took my CFA license. You took my CMA license. You took my American Bar license, the results. You took the MCATs. You took the LSAT results. You took everything. You took all of that out of my parents' house. Not only did you take it out of my parents' house, you hacked the system in Cornell University and Columbia, and they had a cybersecurity attack. They had a data breach. You leaked out people's accounts. I'm going to explain this. Now, I sent a post about Farmingdale. There's an airport there, just like East Hampton. There's an airport there. I did work. I did work for them related to hazardous material technician, related to flying a plane and flying a helicopter. I didn't do stuff for the, ladies and gentlemen, I did not do stuff for the military. Meaning I wasn't a military personnel. President Donald Trump told me face to face at Army University, just like President Biden said the same thing. You were listed in the military as a personnel, and they did not explain it to me, and they did not explain it to President Biden and his staff. Let me repeat that. President Biden, President Trump explained to me at Army University when I was up there. You were listed as a military personnel. You were also listed as what they call an IT specialist or an audit specialist for the FCC and the FTC, for those places. Their staff members explained this to me. Now, it's October 10th. You're going to have this election in Manhattan. How are you having this election if I'm listed as a New York State office in Mineola and in Albany as an election committee official. You have me as a representative. So I had to testify about that in Supreme Court upstate in Albany. And not there, I had to do it in Mineola, and I had to do that in Riverhead. So I would love an explanation on that. That to me, I find ridiculous. And there are accounts, what my financial advisor Rocco said at the U.S. Mutual. There are accounts associated with my Social Security, or I have, 8 to 10 EIN numbers that's associated with me since 2012. I have to pay taxes, ladies and gentlemen. Not even Rocco could understand that. Not even his own legal department could not understand that. I got to pay taxes. You're denying the Department of Treasury and the Internal Revenue Service not to get paid? Or the Justice Department? Or Department of Defense, or whatever you want to call it now, President Trump? You're denying them their funds? You're not letting me speak to the judiciary branch that I am assigned to by the Judge McCarthy, Judge Vasquez, all these judges that are in New York State, New Jersey, Connecticut. I'm part of their committee. You have me listed. Hauppauge is associated with tax court, just like Manhattan is. There's tax court. See this cup? It's empty. I can't survive on hopes and dreams. And that's what Social Security disability is like for most people. You can't survive on that. And I explained this to my advisor. And I have explained this to Mrs. Cohan and Mr. Goldberg and my lawyers or attorneys. That I want to go back to work. You have me listed as a governor of the U.S. Federal Reserve. You know that, President Donald Trump? Are you aware of this? They had an emergency election during this pandemic. They didn't even say anything to me. And now I'm associated with the New York State Lottery Commission, and I'm associated with Las Vegas Lottery Commission, and you don't want me to speak to either of my relatives in the Gaetchen or Grantner family that are associated with those things? How am I supposed to? I need to explain to Secret Service, I need to explain to the Marshal Service where this money is. You're not letting me testify. You're not letting me give the information over to those people that's related to itemized bill and a contract. So I hope this wakes you up, because I'm just not, I don't play games, and I'm not playing God. You're playing with the guy upstairs. The guy upstairs, Yahweh and Elohim, he's a revengeful person, and he does punishment. And just like me clapping my hands, he will clap on this country. He does not tolerate nations. He doesn't run on nations. God runs on his own system. I had a dream about the burning of California. What happened? It burned. I had a dream about this civil war going on in Russia. What happened? It happened. I had a dream of what Jerusalem, they were going to have a civil war going on. What? It happened. I can predict certain things. Because I could do a version of what you call forecasting. So take care, guys. Have a pleasant and wonderful day.